Good morning, NC Pre-K friends and families. My name is Kenya Gleaton. I'm one of the lead NC Pre-K teachers here at Smart Kids.
Good morning, I'm Jennifer Shayeth, and I'm the co-teacher.
Today, we're going to talk about in your third parent workshop, guiding writing using fine motor skills. This workshop consists of information that help the student in the classroom as well as the student in the home. And thank you all for coming. I'm going to show my screen now. All right, so we're talking about fine motor skills. Once again, Miss Kenya facilitating and my co-facilitator, Miss Jennifer. What is fine motor skills? Fine motor skills are the ability to make movements using the small muscles in our hands and wrists. Children use fine motor skills to do many schoolwork activities and work-related tasks. There are various ways of writing. Cutting tools, as in using scissors, are used to support and define fine motor skills. How fine motor skills are developed. Fine motor skills start developing in infancy and keep improving as children get older. Children don't have all the development at the same pace, which means every child learns and develops differently. But there are different milestones that usually children are able to reach by they hit a certain age group. For instance, at age 4 or 5, children are typically able to copy shapes or mimic shapes as myself or Miss Jennifer may draw to present to them, letters the same way, and even using a spoon or fork with ease. Normally by age 6 or 7, they can usually tie their shoes and button and zipper their own jackets. The importance of fine motor skills. Fine motor skills build the foundation for skill development. So using precursors to literacy and numeracy development, and that means being able to utilize hand-to-eye coordination with counting, with reading, facilitate independency, as in button up and dressing and tying their shoelaces. And even children who identified as poor fine motor skills will try to avoid many activities or do not want to be involved in small group or large group learning. Some tend to get frustrated as well because they feel like they cannot hold a pencil the right way, or they cannot hold a marker the right way, or they're not making the letters in the way they see how the teachers manuscript and make letters. There's no right or wrong way in creativity. Children are at the beginning stages of writing in ages 3 and 4. So you start to see some of the scribbling or some of the mock letter writing, or even making letter strings, or they even make a letter or part of a letter or a number, or even just a picture of something. They're starting to be able to define what it is and try to make connections of what they see is happening in their environment. Scribbling mock letter forms are normal for children to make connections with letters or any print work that they see. Many children tend to hold their writing tool with a fist grip or using their whole arm to write. This is also normal. With continuous practicing, many children tend to grasp the 3-point hold later. So what we don't want to do is to force a child to hold a marker or crayon or any writing tool a certain way. You want them to feel comfortable in giving them the writing tool of their choice as they learn how to write and continue to practice as they move forward with learning. The way we utilize fine motor skills in the classroom. Children are exposed to different learning environments that support fine motor skills. Children work independently and collaborative, focus on fine motor development. We use independent writing, independent small group learning as well, independent quiet choice time where they can have that one-on-one with their teacher to help develop and focus fine motor skills. Children are taught lessons that are intentional and focus on the functionality of fine motor. So the lessons that we do in shared writing, we are able to dictate for them as they tell us what they want us to write, or we also use mock writing where we will write the sentence or the statement and the child will try to mimic what we wrote. Children have free choice to explore various of writing materials and be creative. So we have writing materials as well as creativity activities that they can do in different learning centers. This gives children the most valuable time for them to be expressive during this time and for us to also observe and assist them through learning fine motor skills. Fine motor skills in the classroom. Once again, we expose them to different learning environments to support fine motor skills. There's writing center, a block center, a art center, dramatic play center, a library center, discovery center, toys and games. They have access to writing materials to support fine motor. We talk about continuing activities for children that support fine motor skills. As in games, we use manipulatives in our toys and games. They're counting with Unifis cubes, they're building, they're using the eye-to-hand coordination to construct. And then some of the activities, even at home, if you have like bubble wrap or squeezing toys and materials, squeezing the ball, Play-Doh. Play-Doh is one of the things that we use in class as well, they can use at home. All these different activities, there's so much more that's out there, but some of the main things that I talked about here is really good to help them build the strength in their fingers, the direct serenity in their muscles, and increases endurance of handwriting as well. Types of writing tools and activities for children that supports fine motor skills: pencils, crayons, markers, paintbrushes, scissors for cutting, manipulatives, small toys or units, clay, and Play-Doh. That's the question of the day. Why is it important for children to be exposed to activities using fine motor skills? And once again, it's important for them to use fine motor skills because they help build their writing where they are in the early stage as they progress throughout the K-12 school. The beginning stage is hard for some children. And as I stated again, we don't want to rush them. We do not want to force them or make them feel any type of way because they're not making their name correctly or they're not, the S is backwards. That is okay. As they continue to practice and work, whether they're working at home or they're working in the school, our goal is, as parents and teachers, is to provide support. So once again, if you have any questions or any concerns regarding this PowerPoint presentation, my name is Kenya Gleaton. You can reach me at Kenya Gleaton, the number 12 at gmail.com, or you can reach out to your student teacher and also provide the essay question with the answer, why it's important for children to be exposed to activities using fine motor skills. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.